Remember that time we actually did a reading of that scene? That was great.
Only regrets.
I'd like to forget. Only regrets.
I believe Sho played the part of the cat girl that got finger banged.
Was I involved in that? I don't remember that.
I think you were.
I don't remember this either. Anyway, doesn't
You
matter.
blocked it out from your memory. It was so traumatic. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Anime Club After Dark, the podcast that delves into all things anime, manga, and otaku culture related. I'm your host, Alex, but you can call me Senpai, and joining me tonight, we have our czar of source material, John.
I don't know what to say for this segment.
Well, you're never going to beat what comes next, because we also have our chivalry of Shota Shotaro.
If you're wondering why my pussy's so fat, it's because I feed it.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why we will never be monetized.
You know what? We should just let Sho do all the openings. Just like...
We really should. I should just seriously hand the openings and the closings over to Sho, because no one can do it better than he can.
Oh, honey, we're gonna get canceled so fast.
Yeah. Wait, we haven't already?
I guess not.
So tonight we are going to be doing our spring season preview, and we don't usually talk about announcements or news on these episodes, but I wanted to talk about something really quick because it'll be a couple of weeks old by the time this episode actually comes out. But we recently learned, in fact, yesterday, as of the time of this recording, that two anime are getting sequel seasons that are somewhat older. One of them is The Misfit of Demon King Academy, and the other being The Devil is a Part-Timer. I just wanted to ask real quick, were either of you surprised, and do either of you care?
I mean, I'm surprised that, first of all, Demon is a Part-Timer. I like that one, so I'm surprised I got one just because it's been so long. And the manga and the light novels has finished, so there's no real reason to, make another anime to get people to be re-interested in it, so that's weird. Yeah, but I am surprised that Sasuga Anos-kun got a new fucking anime, because the anime it's so bad, and it's written like that in the web novel, where he kind of just goes, "Oh, you think you can kill me? No, you can't. I'm the fucking demon lord." And then he just steamrolls everyone, zero problems. So I'm honestly shocked that got a season 2.
I guess it has been 7 years since The Devil is a Part-Timer came out.
8 years.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it doesn't feel like that long. I liked it when it came out. So, I mean, honestly, the production cycle for anime is pretty long in general, so I'm not too surprised that it's getting a second season so late. But
It's long, but it's not that long.
Watch it. What? Yeah, it is.
Not 8 years.
Yeah.
Girl, when do series get consistent animations? Never.
My Hero Academia.
That's an exception.
Pretty much any long-running shonen
yeah, but
show.
Other than long-running shonen. Exactly. It's always sporadic and not consistent at all.
I would say Attack on Titan since the second season aired.
That is so not true. It was so sporadic between the second and the rest of the seasons.
I guess that's true. But yeah, I mean, I think 8 years is you think, all hope is lost then, but apparently not.
So yeah, No Game No Life season 2 when, right?
Nah, No Game No Life season 2. When are we doing this, guys? I mean, we're giving all these other older anime new seasons and reboots and shit. Come on, guys, let's go.
Just make sure we hand it off to 8-bit instead of Madhouse.
Yeah, or anyone really, just not Madhouse, because we found out why they don't do second seasons of anime. Fucking Overlord. Anyway, so let's actually get started with our spring season preview. If you've been around long enough, you know how this works. We separate this into two parts. We go in depth on the first part, and we do rapid fire on the second part. So I am going to start off our in depth part with probably one of the two anime I'm looking forward to the most this coming season, and that is Please Don't Bully Me, Nagatoro.
Oh my
Listen,
god. I knew
I know.
when I read Nagatoro, I was like, Alex gonna fucking love this. He's gonna love this fucking like manga. And I knew it was gonna get an anime too, because when I picked up Nagatoro, it was when Takagi-san was super popular. So I was like, the internet just loves these bullying girls for some reason, so whatever.
Why would you not want to be bullied by Nagatoro?
You know, I really like Takagi-san, but I'm not so excited about Nagatoro just because, like, the guy that she's bullying, he doesn't seem that, like, cute. So.
Yeah, he's definitely not as cute as whoever the freaking guy is in Takagi-san, but I don't know the main character's
then again,
names.
I mean, on the flip side, Nagatoro is way, like, more badass than Takagi. So, I mean, at least she looks that way. She definitely looks more
way
crazy.
More insane than Takagi.
Yeah.
I know. I've read this too, and I'm like, oh, step on me.
Oh my god.
Not with the high
knew
school
you
girls.
Listen, I don't care. Just step on me. I know. Listen, I'm a degenerate. I have accepted this fact. Just accept it, and you will be fine too.
Anyway, I'm probably gonna watch it. Because I like it better than.
It's like, yeah, I'm gonna watch it too. Fucking.
Well, I like it better than Takagi, just because like it's more, they're in high school instead of middle school. Is that what Takagi said in middle school?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, Takagi's in middle school.
Honey, they
like,
look
Takagi
like
is a lot more.
But sure.
Yeah, for real, they look freaking like really tiny children.
Like toddlers.
But Takagi is very cute, but Nagatoro is more like just. It's cute in a different sense. Like, it's not cute, child cute, but it's cute as in, listen, she's,
honestly,
when she teases senpai, okay?
Like, from the preview, she just looks like an asshole.
Why wouldn't you want that, though?
But it's not even like, I don't know. I haven't read it. I'm just going off the preview, but it doesn't look like it's, like, a fun relationship. It just seems like she's just being mean.
She's a dark-skinned tomboy. What the fuck else
Wait,
do you need?
is she a tomboy?
I guess she kind of is in the manga, so I'm assuming.
Yeah. See, when I first picked it up, I thought she was going to be a gal, and I was severely disappointed.
Oh, interesting.
Listen, I have this thing for gals. You'd have zero idea.
Wait, so
Harajuku girls? Call me.
Wait, so you thought the darker skin was supposed to be like a fake tan?
Is it not a fake tan?
No, she's like actually. I think she's supposed to be Okinawan.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's why she has darker skin.
That's confusing. Cause she has like a gal. It looks like she has like a gal like personality.
I guess kind of. But listen, I just want I want a dark skinned tomboy to bully me. That's all I want. Just let me have this.
Thank you all out there for dropping it.
Oh no.
Ending it here.
It was one of the things I wanted to say about this, and I forgot what it was. I'm just imagining things. Don't listen to me.
Oh no, not this.
Anyway, show for your
well,
deep
on a
dive
more
anime.
wholesome note, I'm looking forward to an anime called To Your Eternity, which is being produced by Brainspace, which they've done some pretty good stuff like Durara Bakano and Penguin Drum, which I recommend all of those.
Isn't Penguin Drum the weird one where like
yes,
they transform and then there's like incest or something?
Is it incest? I don't remember incest.
I don't either. It is weird, but I don't remember incest.
They're all
I might
like
be thinking of something else.
I mean, I say them all in the same breath because all of those shows I just mentioned are very unconventional narratively. So I feel like if you like one, you might like the others. So yeah, To Your Eternity is based on a manga, and it's not like necessarily narratively complex like those other shows, but I have hopes that if like Brainspace is able to handle those other shows, which are pretty complicated, well, that they can handle this well, because I read the manga and I really like it. So like the basic premise of this is that there's this immortal being, and he has like no emotions, or I guess it has no emotions because it has no gender. And it just rolls around, I believe, like medieval Earth, experiencing all these different life stories of all these different peoples, and like learning emotions from them. So it's like really dramatic, emotional, like it's gonna make you cry. And I really liked it, so I hope it turns out good. From the preview, it's a little confusing because the preview like switches between like 5 different animation styles, and I'm like, what is going on? I don't have no idea how this is going to look, but hopefully it'll look good. But I'm like really looking forward to this.
Yeah, you actually were telling me about this like a couple of years ago, I think, when you started, or when you picked up the manga.
Honestly,
and you're like, you should read this. And I read like the first 2 or 3 chapters, and I'm like, yeah, this is pretty good. And then I never went back to it.
That's so unfortunate. But yeah, it's honestly...
That's how it be.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, that's how it be. You just pick something up. This is pretty good. Never look at it ever again.
Ain't that the truth? Yeah, it's honestly one of my favorite manga, but it's only getting 20 episodes, and it's a pretty, like, long story. I don't think it's finished either. So, I mean, I guess 20 episodes is fine to start. We'll see how people respond to it. I hope it does well,
and this takes place in your neck of the woods, too.
Where's my neck of the woods?
It says the Arctic regions in North America.
Really? I didn't know it was in North America. It
Yeah.
feels more European. I don't know how truthful that is, though. Because...
It says it right here in the fucking
no,
synopsis
I meant,
show.
No, I meant I don't know how faithful that is to, like, real life. Because it's, like, in medieval times. And I don't think that... Because it feels more like Europe, and like in medieval times, wouldn't there be more like Native Americans? Because I don't think they encounter.
How do you know
many
he's not
Native
supposed to be a Native
Americans.
American?
What?
How do you know this main character isn't supposed to be Native American?
I'm just saying that when I read the manga, it felt more European. Like the civilizations felt more European. I didn't get a lot of Native American vibes, so that's interesting.
I looked at the synopsis, like it takes place in Arctic regions, North America. I'm like, show can relate.
Oh yeah, this is literally my life story. Genderless, frozen, sad, depressed.
Eternally 13.
Eternally 13.
Well,
that's actually
not necessarily. Well,
that's actually your life story.
I guess so.
I mean, yeah, it looks like it might be good. I'm a huge fan of like unconventional narrative styles, like especially like Durarara, because like that entire story is told out of order. So I mean, if we're getting something similar to that, I'm all for it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think I would not consider this unconventional narrative, but
hey,
I trust
either way,
brain
it's brain
space.
space, so it'll probably be good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, John, what do you got? Oh boy.
All right, listen, I know it looks bad. All right,
it sounds bad.
I know that the premise of this show is yabai, but hear
You're
me
so
out.
cringe. Oh my god.
I shaved
He's
and brought.
He's training to become a VTuber because all VTubers say yabai no matter what language they speak.
I shaved and brought home a high school girl. Is not as problematic as you think it would be.
Where did you
So
shave?
I
Yeah,
read
what
the
did
manga.
he shave, John?
Yeah, what did he shave?
He shaved his beard.
Okay.
So, I'm serious. It's not as problematic as you think it is. It's not just a fantasizing thing about having a high school girl live in with you and do this stuff. It's actually very sweet, and it's dramatic. And Sayu, the main heroine, is precious, and she deserves the protect. Okay.
So yeah, looking.
Listen, I'm waiting for the punchline here.
There is no but.
Oh.
It's a very sweet story about a high school girl who gets picked up by a salary man, and he just takes care of her, and she helps around the house. That's literally it.
I would like to point out that I do believe that the age of consent in Japan is actually 17. So if an older person did date a high school girl, it might not be as problematic as you think.
I don't care what
It's
the
actually
age
more
of
common
consent
than you
is.
think.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, it seems to happen a lot in anime, so it probably is pretty common.
Yeah, as long as you're basically not a teacher doing that, I mean, they still look at you like, oh, look at him with a young wife, what a sleazeball, but it's not as uncommon as you would think.
Well, well, yeah. Looking at the preview and like the synopsis, it just seems so problematic. Just because, okay, so the premise is that she ran away and she sold her body at like as a teenager, and now she's hanging out with this guy. I'm like, okay, that's a very serious topic, very serious, stuff going on here. And then the preview's all like, la 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 la, shoujo, warm feelings, ooh ooh. And I'm like, what is happening? Like,
listen,
how is this?
The dramatic parts are in Sayu's life,
Uh-huh.
okay? And with main character guy, he protect, okay? He protect the innocent Sayu from being taken advantage of by all these other terrible people around the world, okay?
So, are you saying it's basically going to be like an anime version of Pretty Woman?
I've never seen Pretty Woman.
I knew you
sure.
were going to say that. God damn it.
How old do you think I am?
Never watch classic movies? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, next thing you're going to be telling me about Breakfast Club.
Hey, The Breakfast Club is a phenomenal movie.
Don't you
forget about me.
Anyway, I've never seen it, but sure, why not?
It's basically about a very upper class guy who, for lack of a better term, takes a prostitute under his wing.
But it's not an underage.
Oh, so that's the one who's like,
prostitute.
hey, remember where you didn't serve me yesterday? And she comes back with the money?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I know that scene. However, no, it's just he finds a random, like, high school girl just, like, bumming out. And she's like, hey, can I stay at your house? And he's like, what the fuck? And then she's like, I'll even let you touch my body. And he's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're a child. No, go here, go to sleep, clean up, fucking stop being weird, and I'm gonna cry about my broken heart because the lady that I actually do like rejected me.
I do like how the very first tag on this anime is just age gap.
What? Oh my god.
No shit.
I swear to God.
It's not problematic, I fucking swear.
I'm telling you, it's not problematic.
Okay, girl.
Other people might think it's problematic, but I don't think it's problematic.
I mean, if you
At least
say so.
From what I've read in the manga, it hasn't been problematic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will trust you on that. I will just be forced to trust you.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna watch it,
Of
and
course.
it's gonna be great.
Okay.
Okay.
You do that.
I mean, maybe this to be a lesson to everyone out there. Just shave and you can bring home a high school girl.
No,
No,
that is not
no,
the point of this.
no,
No, we here
no.
at Anime Club After Dark.
Anyway, moving on to the second thing I'm going to talk about here. After a few seemingly very long years, we are getting a second season of the Mamoru Miyano vessel known as Zombieland Saga with Zombieland Saga Revenge, and I could not be happier. This is probably the thing I'm looking forward to the most next season. It's Mappa coming back again. It's your boy Mamoru Miyano coming back to play literally himself in an anime. Oh, it's so good. It's more like if the PV, first of all, the PV that they made for this, which they actually released about a month ago or so, probably about a month and a half ago by the time this episode comes out, fucking epic as hell. Just fucking wow. It's gonna still have the shitty CGI dance scene, so good on you, Mappa.
I mean, don't they do oh no, they don't use Miku Miku Dance. I don't know what they use.
No. I don't know what they use either. I just know I feel like as much as this is supposed to be a comedy and like a parody, so to speak, of the idol anime genre, I think they had the shitty CGI dance scenes in there as like a matter of course, because every idol anime has shitty CGI dance scenes.
Yeah, movement's hard, okay?
Oh god.
But no, I'm so looking forward to this. I mean, if you watch the first Zombieland Saga and you loved it, there's no way this can be bad, right? Right?
Well, I mean, I know you and Natai are big fans of it for whatever reason. I don't think it
Mamoru
was that.
Miyano.
Yeah, go 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 go
Go.
Yeah, Mamoru Miyano he's a fucking national treasure. God. But the rest of it, I didn't care. Like I watched season 1 as well, and I was like, yeah, it's all right. Like it pokes fun of idol stuff. That's great. But that's the same joke that they kind of do every episode. So
Yeah.
You know,
It also kind of makes fun of like zombies too, which is kind of funny.
But it's beating a dead horse, all right?
Literally.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was something about the first season of Zombieland Saga I just absolutely loved. I think part of the reason I also loved it was because like all the different girls had these really unique backstories, like, and I really like digging into them. That's the one thing. Like we've kind of gone into the backstory of all these girls, so I don't know what they're gonna do for season 2.
Yeah, I mean, the opening for Zombieland Saga definitely hooked me in because he's, oh no, I'm late for school.
Boom!
Fucking run outside, Anpan in my mouth, bam, hit by a truck. Like, what the fuck? Literally, we're not even 2 minutes into this episode.
I also love how with the original season, they actually made it look like in all the PVs leading up to it that this was actually going to be a horror anime. And, and then they pull the bait and switch in the first episode, and it turns out it's just going to be a comedy anime with fucking
idol anime, dude.
Yeah, and I wonder if they're going to pull something like that in the first season of this, or the first episode of this season. Like, there's going to be some kind of narrative twist where, like, there's a tonal shift.
No, that would be stupid because people who are watching season 2 of Zombieland already know what it's about. You know, it's, I don't know.
It's a fucking Mamoru Miyano vessel. That's all it is.
Anyway, I'm happy you got season 2. I'm definitely not going to check it out unless like something crazy happens. But I don't know. I just wasn't that impressed by season 1. Like, it's not bad for sure. It's funny. But like I said, beating a dead horse.
Hey, say what you want. The first season had a banger of an OP.
Yeah,
I'm
fair.
hoping we get something similar this time. All right, show.
Well, speaking of music, I'm interested in this show called Mashiro no Oto, which apparently does not have an English translation, so I don't know what that means. It's going to be produced by Shin-Ei Animation, which has done Takagi-san and Sweetness and Lightning. So
it's going to look cute.
Maybe.
Well,
it's based on a manga, which I have not read, so I have no idea what that's about. But I was really impressed by the preview. So basically, it's about this high school guy who is really into playing this instrument called a shamisen, which is a traditional Japanese string instrument.
Whenever you hear like the guitar, like the dun 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 dun, and that's a shamisen.
Oh,
if you've ever watched Naruto, you've heard this instrument.
interesting.
Yeah, it's like is it 3 or 4 strings? I think it's 4 strings.
There's 2 versions. There's a 3-string and a 4-string one, I think. The traditional one has 3 strings.
Okay, because there's also like never mind. I was going to talk about other Asian instruments because I know quite a lot about them, but
You're so musically inclined.
I am. Okay, I went to state. Okay.
Oh no.
By the way, I took the title and put it into Google Translate. You want to know what it spit out?
What?
Mashiro no Oto.
White man?
Well,
Oh.
I don't know what Mashiro means, but I know Oto is like sound.
Oh, so maybe it's a
Something sound.
white noise? Because
on
Shiro is white.
on any chart it does have like a synonym listed, and I guess the English title is roughly translated as those snow white notes.
Okay.
I see. Interesting. More poetic than white noise.
I just found it interesting. I literally put the Japanese text into Google Translate, and it gives me back the same fucking thing.
That's funny.
Well, to be fair, Google Translate is kind of the fucking worst.
I mean, usually it gives me something. It may be wrong, but something.
I think Deep L is way better, but whatever. Who cares? I don't translate anime or manga in my free time. Who does that? Weirdos.
Anyways, so like I'm not usually interested in like traditional Japanese things in anime specifically because I feel like every time there's a traditional Japanese anime, it's really boring. But looking at this preview, it looks honestly really good. Just the way it's directed, it looks like it's a really seinen mature, well-directed show. So I might be wrong, but I'm gonna definitely check it out and see what it's like. It definitely gives me like Rakugo vibes with a mix of like March comes in like a lion. Because I definitely feel like the main character is gonna be depressed or something because his grandpa died or some shit. So what I'm not looking forward to is that it is marked with the school tag, which sounds really vapid. So I hope there's not too much school bullshit. I just want some like really deep emotional angst. And like, honey, show me that angst. But honestly, it looks like a really good anime, so I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Yeah, well, since you've crossbred it between March Comes In Like a Lion and the other thing that I don't care about, I definitely am not gonna watch it then.
Oh, you didn't like those?
Wow.
No.
I don't blame you.
I mean, if it's about traditional music, like Japanese music, I like traditional Asian instruments quite a lot. So if it's good music, I'll listen to it.
I don't understand.
I don't know.
How you cannot like March Comes In Like a Lion.
I don't.
I
like the concept of March Comes In Like a Lion. I just don't like the characters.
I don't want to talk about this right now. I'm disgusted in you.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do like full songs. I feel like they would, but I can't be sure because I have too little information.
I would hope they would with this premise.
I mean, but they don't necessarily like. I've watched music anime that don't do the full song, so whatever.
Yeah, you know what we call those not very good.
I know.
Well, I like the song that they use in the PV, so I'll probably watch it now just to listen.
The song in the PV is a banger. I liked it.
I'm probably gonna hate it, but I'll
Why?
listen to the music. I don't know.
Don't you want to see the angst, the sadness?
Nah,
Don't you want to hear the Teardrops on My Guitar by Taylor Swift?
Oh God.
Drew looks at me.
Mm-hmm.
I fake a smile so he won't see.
Oh, so horrible.
I'm going to go hang myself now. Goodbye.
Hey. Well, speaking of hanging yourself,
can we talk about something a little more slimy, please?
Now I'm gonna hang myself. Jesus.
Ooh.
So for the next anime is gonna be Slime Diaries. It's a spin-off manga from Tensai Slime. It's funny. It's a slice of life like comedy spin-off where basically Rimuru keeps a diary of everything he does while building the kingdom of Jura Tempest, and that's it. That's the anime.
That's the whole show.
That's the manga. It's
dun,
cute.
Dun 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun 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 dun.
And it's done by 8-bit, so it's gonna look pretty. I don't know why 8-bit would do it because there's not very much action in Slime Diaries. Like, there's some high tense in moments, but it's more of like, oh no, Shuna's gonna, or not Shuna, purple hair Oni girl is gonna cook. So Shion, thank you. I don't remember their names. I don't know anyone's names. Who are you? Anyway.
How could you forget the best boy in the entire show, Ranga?
Aruji! Waga Aruji! I love Ranga so much. But, yeah, listen, if you like Slime Tensei, you'll love the spin-off because it's fucking funny. Also, there's like 10 different spin-offs for Slime Tensei.
Wow.
Like,
Apparently,
I kid you
the
not.
guy that writes Slime Tensei just has nothing better to do than to make more versions of Slime Tensei.
Listen, Fuse is a god, okay? He's awesome. But
How can you make 10 spin-offs? What are you going to talk about?
He's like Niso Isin. He writes like a fucking like novel every goddamn month.
it's not actually 10. It's more like 4. I think it's 4.
Okay, that's
At least there's
fine,
4
I
that I
guess.
know of that I read.
Oh.
But I like the spin-offs just because they shed more light into like the kingdom. There's more backstory
I
involved,
see.
and it's not very important to the overarching story, so it doesn't really matter. That's why it's a spin-off. But
So it's basically
cool.
stuff that's supposed to be happening in between episodes.
So it's basically
right?
like
Yeah,
a lore
but-
dump that they can't fit in. Like the editor cut out.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is a separate story.
Yeah, and that's essentially what Slime Diary is going to be. There's nothing more.
Seinfeld, the slime.
Fucking watch it. You're gonna watch it. Don't fucking lie.
Remember, Rimuru, it's not a lie if you believe it.
Seinfeld anime when, dude? That's all I got. Moving on.
All right, so the last one I want to talk about for my in-depth portion here is another sequel. It's one I never expected to have. It is a sequel season to Megalobox. So Megalobox is an anime that aired a couple of years ago. It was not a sequel in itself, but it was supposed to be like a 50th anniversary project to celebrate Ashita no Joe. And it's essentially a spiritual successor to Ashita no Joe. It was really, really well done. Had like a really like 90s looking anime style, which is I guess going to be back for the sequel season 2. And it had like a hip hop esque soundtrack, which was awesome. And yeah. I felt like the story in the first season was like done. I'd never expected it to come back for a second season. I'm kind of happy it has because I love the first season so much. I have no idea what to expect, but I'm not to spoil anything because this is an anime original and I can't spoil it because there's nothing out for me to read. But seeing as this is a spiritual successor to Ashita no Joe, I kind of feel like I know how it's going to end for the main character.
In traditional Ashita no Joe fashion. Yeah, I remember when Megalobox came out, you kept telling me, John, you need to watch this, man. It's really good. And I said, fuck you. I don't listen to you. You're not my boss. You're not my mom.
And then you watched it.
And then I watched it like half a year later, and I was like, yo, this is fucking good. Like, what the fuck? Like, the music is on point. The story is, it's not very deep because, I mean, it's Ashita no Joe. You know, it's I want to go punch the strongest person, then I become strongest person. And then, you know, fucking in Ashita no Joe fashion, I'm not sure. It's been like 30 years. Can I spoil Ashita no Joe for people yet?
I feel like it's been more than 30 years. Well, it's been 30 years since it ended. Yeah, I feel like it's okay to spoil it because it's so damn old.
Okay, Joe boxes his heart out and dies in the ring, dude. Okay? And it's the best thing because it's a culmination of like all that he's worked up to, and it's a great fucking build up. And I absolutely adored that. And I hope Megalobox 2, if it follows Ashita no Joe fashion, and there's crosses in the fucking poster, so I think it might just follow that fashion and main character might have a not so good time at the end.
Yeah, this also I don't know if it makes a huge difference, but they make a point to show that this anime, this second season, takes place 7 years after the end of the first season, so a significant number of years has passed. So I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. I just know that I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm hella surprised that we're getting this.
Yeah. I mean,
it is the same studio that's coming back to do it, and all the cast members, or at least the cast members that are going to be in this from the first season, are coming back to reprise their roles.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, me too. But, also, they gave Joe an epic beard.
Well, it's been 7 years. How do we tell the passage of time? I've got it. Grow a beard.
I will say so. They actually have the kid from Sachio from the first season listed as a returning character. If they haven't age progressed him, I'm gonna be seriously pissed.
Yeah, I'm looking more forward to the music because God, the music in season 1 was so fucking epic.
The hip hop
good,
music
dude.
was so. It's like 90s hip hop. It was awesome.
It was a great culmination, but that's why I'm also wary about a season 2 because season 1 felt like a one shot, and that's what made it even better. You know, I'm afraid of the Code Geass treatment where they end season 2 of Code Geass and then, 10 years later they bring it back and try to add more. And I'm like, God, why? What are you doing? Stop. Fucking stop.
I can tell you that Mabunawa is coming back to do the OST, and he's the guy that worked on it for the first season. So
okay,
it should probably be pretty good.
It'll be hype at least, but I just story-wise, I felt like season 1 did well enough. I think it was a good
self-contained story.
But this is where it all fucks up, and it's more than likely it's probably Netflix wants more money, so They're like, hey, we'll put it on Netflix again for a cheaper price. You get a bigger cut if you make season 2.
I don't know if it's been announced exactly where it's going to be airing, because the first season was on Crunchyroll.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
I could have sworn. I thought on AnyChart. Oh no, it didn't even announce it yet. No.
No,
Shit.
I don't know if this has been announced yet. As far as I can tell, there hasn't been an announcement where it's airing outside of Japan.
Watch Netflix pick it up.
Probably it'll be like Takagi-san, where they actually exclusively license the second season, but not the first.
Yes. I would hate that so much.
Literally on Crunchyroll or on Netflix, you can watch the second season of Takagi-san, but not the first. What the fuck?
Do you really need to see season 1 to get season 2? Come on. It's Takagi-san.
Yes, because I need more bullying. Anyway, moving on. Show.
I have this interesting show here called Shadow's House, which is not possessive. And it's going to be done by Cloverworks, who has done The Promised Neverland and was involved with Darling in the Franxx, which are both shows where kids suffer, and apparently this show might also be where kids suffer. So let me just read you the description. So the premise is faceless shadow nobles living in a vast mansion attended by living dolls who spend much of their time cleaning up the soot endlessly emitted by their mysterious masters. I just realized that's not a full sentence, but that's the premise.
Is this psychological horror?
What?
Okay. That's what it sounds like, but it's not tagged as horror and it's not tagged as mystery on my anime list. So I'm very confused. It is tagged as slice of life supernatural seinen. So I'm like, so is this just like
it's children getting fucked by ghosts?
No, what? That's
like,
not. It's not
getting
ecchi.
Fucked in the ass by ghosts,
girl. Okay, so I'm like, from the tags, I'm like, is this just like Elizabethan simulator where like cute maids serve these nobles? Question mark. I'm like, I don't know, because like the premise looks like it's gonna be a horror mystery, but the tags don't say that, and the preview seems very creepy. So I really hope that's gonna be a horror mystery, but if it's not, then I'm not gonna watch this.
All the characters seem to have very Western names, by the way.
Because it's Elizabethan, honey.
I guess.
One other problem I have with this is that they're like, these girls are supposed to be living dolls, but they don't look like dolls. They just look like little girls. If they look like literal dolls, I would be like 100% watching this. Even if there's no mystery, I'm just like, I want little dolls to serve me.
Honestly, they just look like
Fucking
lollies, to be
Rose
honest
Maiden.
with you.
Yeah, I'm like, if you're gonna have a premise like this, like make them actual dolls, honey. Whatever. This looks like it has promise, but I'm very skeptical.
Hey, maybe it will be a psychological horror. Just it's not tagged as such.
Oh, it's supposed to be like a surprise. Like they don't want to reveal it in the tags. So like,
Maybe. I mean, they did the same thing with Zombieland Saga. They completely hid that until the first episode.
honestly, this like premise seems very similar to Promised Neverland. So I hope it's like that. I haven't read the manga, so I don't know what the story is like.
Nor have I. I mean, it does seem like an interesting premise.
What is
but
the manga
depends on how
tagged
they go
with?
it.
The manga
find
is
out.
tagged with the same thing.
I mean, the only thing that I'm seeing that it isn't in the anime is conspiracy.
Conspiracy. What does that mean? Is that a tag?
It's a tag on AnyChart, which is where I'm
I
looking
feel
at it.
this reminds me so much of that fucking other Owari no Seraph.
Wait, how does
That's
this
what it was.
remind you of Award No Seraph?
Yeah, I'm really curious to see the similarities here.
Some high-powered novels
Oh.
control everything in the shadows.
So like the first
Oh.
episode of Award No Seraph.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the first episode. The premise seems like the first episode, and then hopefully it doesn't devolve into a big giant pile of shit. But
Wow. The shade.
you know it devolves into a
Listen,
giant pile
at least
of
it's
shit.
pretty. That's all I can say.
Okay, all right.
All right, John, what do you got? Oh God.
So the sequel that everyone's been waiting for, the world has been clamoring for. How not to summon a demon lord, Omega.
Oh god.
Okay.
Omega lol.
Not Omega.
It is Omega. There is the symbol for Omega is in the title.
Yeah, they used Omega for some random reason. Why did
Because it's
Japanese
gonna be the end, clearly.
freaking weebs using foreign language? Anyway, season 2 of How Not to
John,
Summon a Demon
I have a
Lord's
question
coming out.
about this. How
Yes.
many characters are gonna get finger banged in this season?
Only like 4.
Okay.
Season 2 is coming out. It's the same. It's not the same studio. It's a different studio.
Yeah. Who did the first season? Was it?
I don't. I could probably find out. I don't really care to find out because season 1 was not that great, honestly speaking.
Ajiado did the first season.
Yeah. So the new people making it is Tezuka Productions, who I have zero idea who they are.
They've done Dororo. They did the first season of Quintessential Quintuplets. They did Dagashi. Well, they did the second season of Dagashi Kashi, which sucked.
Oh, they did Sakamichi no Apollon. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Blackjack Final. Okay. They've got some works under their belt that I kind of thought was okay. All right. Well, don't know why they picked this up.
Damn.
What? Listen, speaking of trashy isekai, you know, like this, How to Not Summon a Demon Lord is bad. It's literally just harem trash, overpowered MC, and he's not even a good overpowered MC like Ainz or Rimuru. He's just a fucking overpowered MC, and that's it. And it's just lewd, and that's all it is. There's nothing more to this story. There is no more depth. I can tell you season 2 is going to have less ecchi compared to season 1, for sure.
Fucking canceled.
But it's still like, I don't know, man. I don't know why they even made this. Like, season 2, they start to have more depth into the story about, like, the world and stuff like that. But it's very boring because who cares? Everyone who watches this, who reads this, fucking came for the finger banging the lowly cat girl.
Oh.
No one cares about anything else. Let's not lie to ourselves here.
Remember that time we actually did a reading of that scene? That was great.
Only
I'd
regrets.
like to forget. Only regrets.
I believe Sho played the part of the cat girl that got finger banged.
Was I involved in that? I don't remember that.
I think
do
you
not.
were.
I don't remember this either. Anyway, doesn't
You
matter.
blocked it out from your memory. It was so traumatic.
Anyway, yeah, season 2 is coming out, and it's season 2. People want to watch it, I guess.
I just want to say that if I ever actually got reincarnated into another world, I would probably be a lot like Diablo.
Of course.
That's just because you want to be weeb.
I want to be a Junie so bad. Like, I literally just want to run around with an eye patch. You'd be like, ha 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 ha.
I'm also surprised that Funimation picked it up because,
Yeah. Considering their track record recently.
however, again, in season 2, it's not going to have the finger banging cat girl thing.
No, but they picked up the first season, which did have the finger banging.
Listen. There's only so much finger banging that Funimation allows in their budget every year. Okay?
Clearly. They have standards, you know. They got standards. Funimation's got standards. I don't know what they are, but they apparently have them.
All right, enough of that. Enough of this trash.
Yes. All right, wait just 1 second there because we're moving on to a rapid fire segment. And I'm going to start with all right, listen, some of you guys out there are probably, especially if you're new to anime, you might think that there's some anime out there that have really shitty fan bases, really toxic fan bases. You don't know jack because Italia's coming back and you want to talk about a toxic fan base. Holy fuck.
I've never seen Hatelia. I will never fucking watch Hatelia because of the fan base. And fucking World Star.
Yeah, I know that every time because there is a new season, surprisingly, of Hetalia coming out. It's gonna be done by Dean again. Thank you for ruining everything, Dean. You've crushed all my hopes and dreams. And it is called World Stars. And every time I see it, I just want to scream out, "World Star!"
Yeah, not. Who cares? Who cares about Italia done by Dean? No one cares.
You know what the sad thing is? I'm probably gonna watch it.
Of course you're gonna watch it. You're trash.
I know. All right, I mean that's all I got for that show.
I'm gonna be checking out this anime called The World Ends With You, the animation, which is based on a game and is kind of janky animation wise, even though it has animation in the title. But it has like cute character designs. It's basically a Kingdom Hearts ripoff. And the main character is kind of cute. And like the plot is like stupid. It's like basically a death game. It's basically Devil Survivor 2, which no one has watched. So
I watched that.
Which no one has watched. So
okay, fair point. I do know a little bit about The World Ends With You. The people who play the games were pretty hyped, but I do know that they aren't hyped for the anime. So,
well, I don't play the
game.
games.
The PV had a lot of CGI in it. Although I will say the song that plays in it is not kind of nice. It's fire.
Mm-hmm.
All right. For my rapid fire, Shaman King 2021. That's all.
That's it. Moving on.
That's it. Moving on.
No, Shaman King, man. Like this, me and you were talking about this before we started. Like it's something that you and I kind of grew up with back in the day, and it's getting a remake.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty hyped. Like, it's gonna be shonen trash. Let's not kid ourselves. But I like.
But it's
Shaman
gonna be
King.
old school shonen trash.
Yeah, I like Yo, and I wasn't a fan of Flowers, so I'll get what I get. You know, I'll take what I can get.
The character designs look so bad though.
I mean, it's kind of what they look like back in the day, to be honest.
Yeah, but like if you're gonna remake it, at least make it look good. Like, what is the point of remaking it if you're not gonna make it look good?
I refuse to watch Shaman King 2021 unless it's the 4Kids dub remake.
Oh no!
Where they swap out the opening song to Shaman King.
God, no, no.
Yeah, that's right. We're bringing that 4Kids dub.
Oh man, some things I'm really glad died from old anime. But no, it's very old school shonen. Like if you're into old school shonen, or if you watch the original back in the day, I mean, give it a shot. I guess it is going to be on Netflix.
Hopefully, it's
Netflix,
like a million episodes. Yeah,
I think this is there's no episode count listed. I definitely think it's going to be a longer running. I don't know if it'll be like a constantly running show like a Black Clover or pick your fucking poison with shonen anime. But I do think it's going to be more than like 12 or 24 episodes.
They're also using different voice actors for I think just for you or Yo.
Me? Yo. You.
I was looking at the name of the person who voiced Yo, and it's Yuko Sato, but the new one is Yoko Hikasa. But it looks like everyone else is coming back.
As far as I can tell, yeah. I didn't look at every character, but it looks like most of the characters are coming back from the old show.
Well, I don't really care. Again, it's Shaman King. I'm going to watch it. I don't care if it sucks.
All right, so moving on, I have oh god, SSSS Dynazenon.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Which is actually, it's not necessarily a direct sequel to 2018's Gridman, but it is an episode or a series that's taking place in the same universe as Gridman. As someone who I fucking loved Gridman back a couple years ago, I think Trigger did a great job with that. Trigger is coming back again to do this spin-off / sequel. I don't know what you're gonna call it. And I think this is kind of an attempt to create like an entire Gridman universe in anime format. So that's pretty cool. Like, as someone who really loved the Gridman live action show back in the day, I mean, that's cool. The guy that's coming in to direct it is the same guy that directed Inferno Cop.
Oh God!
And he also directed Ninja Slayer.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
And he was the assistant director of Kill la Kill.
Any more like fucking what do we call the Mighty Morphin stuff?
Sentai.
Yeah. Any additional Sentai and mecha stuff, I'm down for it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I mean, I there's a part of me that thinks that maybe this is also going to be an attempt to like legitimately bridge the Gridman and Ultraman universe together, and if so, I'm super down.
Oh my god, that'd be so dope. Oh.
The character designs in this look so good, though. Damn.
What's trigger? I mean, they definitely trigger character designs.
I wouldn't say so.
Hopefully it's not a trigger.
They're like
story.
really detailed character designs, at least from the PV. And like, I don't know if this is the main character, but like Gauma, whatever, the redhead, he looks pretty badass.
Yeah, I don't think he's supposed to be he is a main character, but I think the actual main character is the Yamogi character.
Always the dark-haired character.
And I'm not sure there is, from what I can tell in the 2 PVs that have been released for this, I can't see any of the characters from the original Gridman that are returning. If they are, this is obviously supposed to be a surprise at some point because it hasn't been announced. So it doesn't look like any characters from the first quote-unquote season of Gridman are going to be coming back, which is a shame because Rika had absolutely fucking amazing thighs.
Yes.
Anyway, moving on.
Speaking of spiritual sequels, we have the spiritual sequel to Fairy Tail, which is Eden Zero.
Boo, no one cares.
Yeah, no one. Well, I'm sure there's a lot of Fairy Tail fans, so I'm sure. Well,
This literally looks like just Fairy Tail in an alternate universe.
it literally is. I just brought this up because I can't believe the author of Fairy Tail had the audacity to literally copy paste everything about Fairy Tail and then just put it into space. I'm like,
God, you plagiarized it. Who did you plagiarize it from?
like-
Myself.
I'm like literally
Fucking 4D chess, dude.
literally the Eden Zero has a cat mascot named Happy that looks identical to the first one.
Yeah,
Okay,
but the guy
but-
puts that character in everything he makes.
Wait,
Yeah,
how many things
so
he
the guy-
made?
He made Rave Master. He also had Plu in Rave Master, and Plu was in Fairy Tail, and also a character similar to Happy. And then his all his main characters look similar too. Like the girl looks like Lucy, but
Yeah,
with longer hair.
literally.
Same amount of tits.
Yeah, it's big tits still. And
Main character
completely
has
showing off
Natsu's
all the
face.
cleavage.
Yeah, main character
But
is palette
Gray's
swapped
fucking
with Natsu.
Yeah, no, it's just Natsu with like Gray's hair. That's literally okay. Let's be honest here. The guy who makes Fairy Tail, Rave Master, Eden Zero, whoever the fuck this guy is, he's not very creative.
Damn.
Yeah, Hiro Mashima is not the most creative person when it comes to character designs. He's got
However,
he's got like 4
I'll
character
say-
designs he's created, and he's copy pasted them all.
I'll say though, I still enjoy his work. I liked Rave Master for what it was. Like, it's not great. Fairy Tail also not the best, but I still liked it. But I don't really care either way. You know, like, oh, he's doing another one. Oh, okay, that's great.
That's it though. It's
Yeah.
literally Eden Zero. Who did you copy from? Myself.
Also, this title is not possessive either. Just grammar.
I know, it's like,
grammar issues just
fucking
hurt me.
Do the Japanese know how apostrophes work?
They
Hey,
like
man,
to use
probably
punctuation in the wrong ways. Let's say that.
I know. All right. Moving on. John.
All right. I fought slimes for 300 years and leveled up to the max.
Bruh, same.
This is a isekai, kind of.
Shocking.
It's a comedy, man. It's like fua, just relax, turn off your fucking brain. I read the manga. I do not read the light novel because it's not that good. But it is relaxing. Like, it's just a cute girl. She's like a witch, and she just kills slimes. And after 300 years of like killing slimes, she's like OP as shit. But she doesn't know she's OP as shit, and she kind of just lives life. That's it. That's
My problem with this is that this world that she lives in doesn't have level scaling. Like, there's no game where you can kill low trash mobs and become high level. Okay.
Yeah. I've seen that episode of South Park about World of Warcraft. I know how this works. Yeah, it's Crunchyroll's picking it up. Good for you, Crunchyroll. Definitely not going to be any anime of the year material, but if you want to watch semi-cute story about a semi-cute girl and her semi-cute reactions,
It's
not
basically
like-
a slice of life isekai.
Yeah, it's a slice of life isekai. Just turn off your brain and enjoy it, man. That's all I can
Just
really
turn
say.
off
about
the
it.
television.
The main character is voiced by Tanya Degurachev.
No.
Freaking Yuki Aoi.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't really matter because again, it's just cutesy cute stuff. I think it'll be better than the other stuff we got this season, or last season, Kuma Kuma Bear, the other slice of life, turn off your brain anime about cute girls.
Excuse me. Yuru Camp. Excuse me.
About isekai.
Isekai. I thought you meant like actual like slice of life, like turn off your brain stuff.
No, these are isekai things. Anyway,
Gotcha.
that's all I got. Moving on.
All right, so the next one I want to talk about, just very, very briefly, is the final season of the Fruits Basket remake is coming out this coming season. And I don't really want to spoil anything for anyone that hasn't watched it yet. I will say that if you're a fan of like shoujo romances, definitely check this out, especially if you were a fan of the original Fruits Basket anime or the manga from back in the day. I don't want to compare this to Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, but I will say in terms of how well they've done this remake over the last couple of years, like it is that good compared to its original anime. And like I couldn't be happier as a fan of the original Fruits Basket back in the day. I could not be happier with how well this remake has been handled so far, and I have no doubt that the final season is going to definitely stick the landing. Even if they do half as good as they've done so far with the first two seasons, they're definitely going to stick the landing with this final season.
So what I'm hearing is just remake all the good anime from the 90s.
Just remake anime that were like made back in the day when the anime or the manga or light novels or whatever weren't finished, and you made up these bullshit endings.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy that this finally got like a full adaptation that it fucking deserves. And yeah, just go watch it if you like shoujo romances or if you liked Fruits Basket back in the day. If you haven't seen it yet, if you've watched the first two seasons, you're probably gonna watch this one. That's it. That's all I got for this.
Well, The Way of the House Husband is coming out, which I feel like a lot of people are looking forward to. It's based on a manga I have not read. It's like a comedy, and the premise is that like a yakuza is now a house husband and like doing all like domestic activities.
Dude, it's the fucking funniest. Listen to me.
So I just wanted to say that this premise is stupid. Okay.
No, fuck you.
Again,
It's hilarious.
Big disclaimer. I have not read the manga and I hate comedy. But this premise is so stupid because I'm like, it's so toxically masculine to be like, oh, it's so funny that a manly man can cook and clean. Oh my god, that's so funny.
That's not even the premise.
I know that's not the premise.
That's not why
Listen,
it's funny.
I gave my disclaimers. I'm just saying, it's stupid.
Okay. Well, as someone who enjoys comedy and also reads Way of the House Husband, it's hilarious because the main character guy is just funny as fuck. Like,
I'll just go out there and say it. I'll get fully canceled. As someone who enjoys toxic masculinity, I think it's pretty funny.
That's not even. We here at Anime Club After Dark have decided with heavy hearts and
We have to let go of
to
that.
literally
We're gonna
have to
into the ether.
To literally kill our co-host.
but yeah,
He's
me
in
and
a
Jason
freezer
read,
in the back.
so me and Jason read Way of the House Husband, and it's just funny, dude. I can't explain how it's funny without spoiling what it's going to be about, but it is funny. I think, I believe the anime is going to be really trashy, but everyone should go read the manga. So
I was gonna say that, like, so this is gonna be a Netflix original anime too, and I think this is actually gonna air worldwide, like, on the same day. Don't quote me on that because I'm not entirely sure. But I watched the PV for it, and like, there's very minimal animation in the PV, and I'm like, oh no.
yeah,
I mean, the nice
that's
thing
not
about the
great.
PV is you got a lot of like shirtless shots of the yakuza with all his tattoos.
Okay, the tattoos look awesome though. I'll
They
be
do
honest.
look nice.
Uh,
John's like, yeah.
He's like, I literally can't. You said this was stupid. I can't deal with you right now.
Well, there's not much to say about it. It's a Yakuza guy.
Wait a
Tatsu?
minute. This was Oh, I thought for a second I was looking at the director of this is a woman. I was like, this was created by a woman.
I think it actually was. I don't know.
Is it?
I don't know. It seems like it's very shoujo-esque, but yes, a lot of it does come from the hey, look at this like serious looking yakuza dude doing cooking and all this being a house husband. Like that's what the premise is, but that's not where the comedy lies. At least in my opinion, that's not where the comedy lies. It's a lot stronger than that.
Okay.
Good enough.
Yeah, it's good enough. That's all I got.
I just like I watched the PV and I'm like I was kind of hyped for it and now I'm like guys,
just go
where'd
read
your
the manga.
animation budget go?
Just go read the manga. Everything.
I mean, I might
was-
if I can see that there's potential in the actual story or the comedy, I might just go read the manga. All right, John, what do you got for us next?
All right. So as you all know, I love isekai trash. The Saint's magic power is omnipotent. It's a reverse harem and it's isekai trash.
Well, you've ticked two of the trash boxes.
However, it is very cute, and I love the music from the PV. So I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna watch it. That's all I got. It's isekai trash. Who cares?
It's
Moving on.
literally
You
okay.
literally said everything I was gonna say.
I don't know. I watched this PV, and it literally looks like a SAO ripoff. Cause like main character is Kirito with a birthmark. He has Suguha sister. I don't know if that's a sister, but they look like close. And there's this blonde chick called Alyssa or something. I'm like, okay, reskinned
What?
SAO.
Are you looking at the right?
I might be looking at the wrong thing.
Oh,
yeah, I was kind of
you-
wondering where you got.
Oh no, you're looking at Kuwami game. I'm talking about Seijo no Marikyu no Bano Desu.
Oh shit.
Fucking butcher. Yeah, you're looking at the wrong one.
just that beautiful Japanese pronunciation.
Listen, the Saint is overpowered, is cute, and it's rom-com, and the music's good, and it looks pretty. Everyone else can fuck right off. I don't usually like reverse harems because it's very pandering, and most of the characters are very weak, and the main characters are trash. However, the main character of the Saint she's surprisingly the main character and has actual character development and stuff like that, and I like her. And also she's voiced by Yui Ishikawa, so I win.
Yeah, well, you win either way if it's a character voiced by Yu Ichikawa. Anyway, moving on. The next one I want to talk about briefly is Godzilla Singular Point. So this Godzilla anime, as opposed to the movie trilogy Godzilla that we got a couple of years ago, seems like it's gonna focus more on the monster element than the human element. I mean, there's still gonna be a human element, but it seems like there's way more kaiju that are gonna be appearing in this besides just Godzilla. And from the PV, it looks like
Mothra.
I will say from the PV, the monsters got just as much screen time as the human characters. So if that's anything to go off of,
Listen. Anyone who enjoys watching fucking kaiju movies wants to watch kaiju fuck shit up and fight. We don't care about the human element. No one cares about the human element.
I will say that this anime is it's a co-production between Studio Orange and Studio Bones. Both of the studios have been on a roll the last couple years, so I have hopes that maybe it's gonna be good. There was one other thing I wanted to say about this, and now I've forgotten what it is. Oh well, I get. Yes. This is also going to be on Netflix. So who the fuck knows when we're going to get it in the West?
A year later.
It says it starts on March 25th, 2021, but that's probably in Japan.
So
Anyway,
more
that's all I
like
got.
December. More like
Yeah,
December for us.
maybe.
Well, whatever.
So I wanted to shit on this anime called It's Too Sick to Call This Love, which is about this 27-year-old man hitting on his high school sister's friend.
And there it is.
That's problematic.
So this is basically the straight super lovers, where it's literally a rom-com about, like, it's like a fluffy, cutesy, this is all in quotation marks, rom-com about them, like, flirting with each other and going who knows how far. So
Listen,
this is
it's not cute to hit on underage people.
this is but it's legal in Japan. What are you talking about?
God
This is
damn
like
it.
the most Japanese you can get, honey. Actually, that's really racist. I meant like anime wise.
Wow.
Don't quote me. Don't quote me.
Fucking no. Yeah, don't fuck kids, boys and girls. That's all I got. That's all I can say.
How many disclaimers do I need to make? We here at Anime Club After Dark. God damn.
Man. Can we
So many
move on
disclaimers.
before we
We're
actually
moving
get
on.
canceled?
All right. So the next one, all right, hold on. I'm going to try to butcher this title because it's,
Oh, here we go.
as Alex has pointed out, for some reason, a lot of Japanese animes and movies, whatever, like to have really long titles nowadays for whatever goddamn reason.
I'm
Anyway.
convinced that there's like a silent competition between light novel authors just to come up with the longest fucking title ever.
All right, I'm going to try it. Kyukoku Kyoku Shinka Shita Full Dive RPG ga Genjitsu Yori mo Kusoge Datara. Or the English title, Full Dive. This ultimate next-gen full dive RPG is even shittier than real life. Or you just call it Kiwami Quest because I think that's what we're going with. But they don't have a shorthand for this fucking title.
Or Kusuge, literally shit game.
Yeah, Kiwami Quest Kusuge. I mean, I would do shorthand as Kusuge just because, like, the entire premise of the show is that full dive RPGs are a real thing. That's a common trope now. Thank you, SAO.
Yeah, thanks.
And this one is about one where the game is really hard. It's basically Dark Souls of anime. And anyone who understands that reference, like Dark Souls, the Dark Souls of, you get me. This is the Dark Souls of anime, guys. There's a health bar and everything when you start watching the video. Fucking, it's about a guy who plays a game, and it turns out that it's a super hard game to play, and that's it. I'm hoping that it's just a commentary on full dive RPG games, like the genre. That would be great. I think it's more of a comedy. That's what it seems like, at least according to the PV. But PVs lie all the time.
You know what I would like? This may or may not have anything to do with this. I have no idea. But I would love to actually see a narrative examination of like the ethics behind the concept of a full dive video game.
That was SAO, honey.
Because but they never even if there was actually an ethical like examination after the first season, they never would have gone back. They would have destroyed the fucking game and all the hardware. Because I genuinely think I don't think that we'll ever I think one day we will have the technology to do this, but I think ethically there's a lot of questions to it that's like, just because we can doesn't mean we should. I like a story that actually examines that. I don't think we're going to get that with this.
No. I think it's going to be like Cautious Hero, where it's just making fun of the genre, to be honest. That's what I think. So hopefully it's that, and it doesn't try to be a serious story, because then I'll just hate it.
I would love so much for there to be a line in it like they had in the SAO spinoff, Gun Gale, where someone just looks at the main characters like, this isn't Sword Art Online.
That's funny. But yeah, honestly, this was the anime I was saying that the characters look like SAO ripoffs.
Well, now you know why. It literally is.
Although I don't know
SAO
if it's
ripoff.
intentional at this point, if it's supposed to be a comedy.
I feel like it's intentional. Like, it's supposed to just make fun of it, but who knows? We'll see.
Hey, if it's making fun of SAO, I've done that for years.
Yeah, I've never read the light novel or manga for this. This is the first time I've seen it, but I'll watch the first couple episodes and I'll report in. Let you guys
Alright.
know.
All right. Well, the last one I want to talk about here on the Rapid Fire is Burning Kabaddi. All I got to say is kabaddi, 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 kabaddi.
Honey, show me that burning body.
So, this is the YouTube algorithm at work. Just one day, randomly, the algorithm decided to show me this, upload that someone did of an Indian kabaddi match, and I watched it, and I'm like, I got fucking hooked. It's such a stupid premise for a sport, but I'm so fucking hooked on it. And like, so for those who don't know, kabaddi is actually a sport. I do believe it originated in India, or somewhere around that area of the world. And it's essentially tag is what it is. It's a highly regulated form of the game tag. But people who play it professionally take it super seriously, and it's amazing to watch.
The preview looks like decent, but I'm getting like All Out vibes where it might just be shit.
Like it's got good character designs, but just really shitty everything else. I hope not.
It gives me All Out vibes because like there's some characters that are like really buff, but then they put like really like cutesy eyelashes on them. So I'm like
that, or like they got like abs and like muscles all over their body, but then they got these like Bishonen faces.
Honey, give me those twunks, honey. But no, that's what All Out had, and that was shit. So we'll see.
I mean, I love the character designs in All Out, but like overall, that anime was kind of shit. I don't know. I'm just looking forward to this because like over the last year or two, I've gotten obsessed with watching kabaddi matches on YouTube. Anyway, that's all I got for this.
I feel like this is just yaoi bait.
I mean,
hey, if
isn't
it
that
is,
all sports
I'm all
anime?
for that.
Honestly, yeah, I think all sports anime is just yaoi bait at this point in time.
Well, let's see. The tags are shonen, primarily male cast, and male protagonist. Yeah, they're gonna be some butt fucking.
I mean,
in this.
just because it's yaoi bait doesn't mean it's trash.
That's true. I freaking love free. Anyway.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and shit on the show called The Rom-Com Where the Childhood Friend Won't Lose. And do I have
God, it's such a stupid premise.
do I need to shit on it any more than that title?
I love rom-com. Don't get me wrong. Like I am a shoujo at heart, but holy shit, is the premise of this stupid show really fucking dumb.
It really pisses me off. Like, okay, there's a lot of like stupid rom-coms. I guess this is a harem apparently. But like I'm not gonna shit on all of them. But really what pisses me off about this one is that like the premise is that the main character is like, oh, I'm in love with the idol of our school, you know? Sometimes she talks to me and smiles at me, so I'm like in love with her. And I know nothing about her, but like sometimes she like winks at me and I'm like, you are literally cancer on earth. I hate you so much right now. Like people like this, I swear to God, I can't deal with them. I can't deal with them.
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a great show, and I don't think anyone's going to remember it, but
I think the title probably tells you right off the bat that it's not going to be a good show, John.
Yeah. So we're going to move on to an actual maybe good show, possibly, question mark.
Hey, it's going to have a good soundtrack.
86. Now, it's weird. It's number 86 and then the words 86. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be 86 or 86. Who knows? I don't fucking know.
Which I believe is also misspelled.
I think the Japanese title is just 86, but like they might have like problems advertising it in like English speaking countries, so they like extended the title.
Well, because the native is literally like the number 86 and then the fucking
the numbers 8 and 6.
Yeah, and then in the native tongue, it's literally spelled out 86.
86. By the way, when they actually put this on like the preview art that they put out and they're writing the title on it, they misspell 86.
Hilarious. Fucking hilarious. Anyway,
they spell it without the hyphen. 86 has a fucking hyphen in it.
Oh, that's true.
Oh my god.
I told you they don't do punctuation.
They really don't. Well, English is hard, all right?
Also, I wonder if I didn't get any of this from the PV. I wonder if 86 in the title has anything to do with like the English like phrase 86, like literally meaning to get rid of something.
What? I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
when someone says to 86 something, that means get rid of it.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That might be considering what it's about, but the only thing hype about this is the fact that our boy Hiroyuki Sawano is on the soundtrack. Fucking let's go. I'm gonna treat this like Recreators, where hey, Hiroyuki Sawano's on it. It's probably gonna be shit, but Hiroyuki Sawano makes the music, so we're good.
Damn.
I mean, it looks like it's gonna be like a dystopian sci-fi-esque war show.
Yeah, but it's I don't know, man.
I don't know, like the animation looks pretty good. I mean, yeah, it's got some CGI in it, but the CGI that we saw in the PV looked pretty decent. I'm getting good vibes from this show. I'm definitely gonna check it out, if for no other reason than the OST is gonna be fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, it's Hiroyuki Sawano. Like when I watched the PV, I was like, is that Hiroyuki Sawano I hear? And I look it up. Oh yeah, it is Hiroyuki Sawano. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. It's done by A1, so it's not gonna be like the worst quality.
Yeah, I mean they're probably gonna. It's A1, so they're gonna throw some money at it.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it's about.
I mean, yeah, the character designs look pretty good, but like the premise that they're like manning robots and dying is just so boring. I can't deal with it.
Yeah, it's basic.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always on the lookout for good dystopian sci-fi, so that seems like kind of what it is. So, I'll give it a shot if nothing else.
Also, I don't know how to feel about the character design of the white-haired girl. I'm like, do I like her or do I not? I don't know. I don't know.
She looks like the other girl from fucking Recreators, the other white-haired main character girl.
Wait, there
Whose
was a
name I
white-haired
do not
character
remember.
girl in Recreators?
I swear that main fucking bitch with the same hair. I don't know.
She kind of looks
I
like
don't
the
care.
girl from Kisniver and S Death from Akame ga Kill.
A little bit, because it's the military.
I like
uniform.
military
Anyway.
women.
Anyway, Hiroyuki Sawano does the soundtrack. Everyone go check it out.
You want a girl in uniform to hit you with the butt of a gun. Don't lie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's it. That's all we got here. I didn't write this down, but I did kind of want to talk about it briefly. So one of the ONAs that is coming out this season or this coming season, I don't know. It says May 2021 on here, and it's on Netflix. Is a 4-episode ONA called Eden. I just wanted to briefly talk about it because the premise sounds interesting, and I don't know if this is just going to be some kind of experimental thing because the studio that's doing it is a brand new anime studio. They've never worked on anything else. It's called Cubic Pictures is the studio that's working on it. But it's about like this couple of robots that they live in it takes place thousands of years in the future on Earth, and they live in a society where everything's run by robots and artificial intelligence, and all they really know about the past, or at least the distant past, is that their masters that built them vanished a long time ago, and they've been taught that human beings are a myth. They never actually existed. They kind of treat human beings as like we would treat something like Pegasus or Medusa. And one day these two robots go out and find like a human baby that's been in stasis for thousands of years, and they wake it up and they raise it.
Honestly, that looks like really interesting. I watched the PV. Just the part where they like showed the human baby in CG was just horrifying. I mean, it's not so it's not so far off from like human babies in real life, but it was just horrifying for me.
It's one of those uncanny valley things where it looks so close, but there's just something not quite right.
It was really disturbing.
It is going to be a full CGI show, so I know that'll turn a lot of people off.
I just think off. I don't.
The premise of the story just seems really interesting. I don't know how they're going to do this in 4 episodes, but I will definitely check it out.
Oh, it's only 4 episodes?
It's only listed as a 4-episode ONA. I mean, these 4 episodes may be hour-long episodes. I don't know. But yeah, it's only listed at 4 episodes. And this premise seems very, very interesting, so I'm definitely going to check that out. And that's it. None of us talked about MHA Season 5.
No one cares.
Yeah, it's done, guys. Like, it's dead, Jim. I know there's a lot of people out there listening to this. They're probably looking forward to it.
No one cares.
Bless your heart. That's all I have to say. Anyway, God, I didn't even. There's like 2 or 3 other things I want to talk about, but we're fucking out of time. Anyway, thank you out there for dropping in to listen to us. Oh God, Nope, I don't have to sneeze anymore. Check the description below to find links to Anime Club After Dark on Twitch, on social media, and on Discord. Check out our merch store and our affiliate links as well. Any purchases you guys make there do really help us out. With that, I have been your host, Alex, and I will see you next time. Say goodnight, guys.
Good night.
Age gap is the best genre.
Problematic.
Come on.